Well, welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead, y'all. I'm glad you're back. And if this is your first time to our channel, I am so glad you're here. Today, we're going to make some low sugar zucchini bread. Okay, we're going to start out with preheating your oven to 325. Okay, now I'm going to mix my dry ingredients first. I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, you can sift it if you want, or you don't have to. I didn't. That's why I'm kind of giving it a stir in here. Then we're going to have 1 tablespoon of baking soda. I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just give that a stir real quick. Now here comes the sugar. Now it calls for a cup of sugar alternative. So I use this for my sugar alternative. It's for baking, but they recommend that you use half and half. Half sugar, granulated sugar, and half of the raw stevia and the raw. So that's what I did. I have 1/2 cup total. So I have 1/4 cup sugar alternative. You use whichever one you want, and then 1/2 cup of regular granulated sugar. So this isn't sugar free, it is low sugar. Okay, all right, after you mix that all together, you're going to go over here and make your wet ingredients. So we've got 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and kind of stir them up a little bit. Okay, we got 1/2 cup of oil. I used vegetable. I reckon you could use whatever oil you wanted. And then I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We'll go ahead and put that in. And then 1.5 cups of zucchini. I'm going to go ahead, and we're not going to stir this. We're going to fold it in with a spatula. I seen a big old piece of zucchini. We better get him out of there. Just put him right there. He didn't get ground up, did he? Okay. Now we're going to get our flour back. We're going to put our wet into the dry. This is so easy, y'all. So easy. And we're going to stir this together. You don't want to stir a lot. Just kind of fold it in. Now I'm going to put, and I put a little extra pecans. All right, calls for 1/2 cup, and I got about 3/4 of a cup. I like pecans. I like nuts in general. In all my stuff, I just like it, and so does Tim. So we use quite a few. You can just use 1/2 cup if that's all you want. Okay. Now, I think, I probably don't have enough. I was going to make 2 loaves. I might. Let's just measure it. I can always take it out. I always put about 17 ounces in my tins. Make sure you spray your pan good. Now let's just see. Whoops, we need ounces. Here. Let me just see how much I can get in here. I may have to take it right back out. Okay, 17 ounces. That's about good. And you don't always, when you're making sweetbreads, you only want to go about 2/3 of the way up, okay? Because you need those walls for it to give it that round beveled edge. And then sometimes it don't do it anyways, but sometimes it does. Probably working one of these little ones. And I don't measure these. I just go about 2/3 of the way up. Okay. Way so you guys can see. So we got a little one. We got a regular one. Now, if you don't want to do that, okay, because I plan on freezing one, or you can just use a regular size, just a regular size bread pan and put all that in there and you'll have you a big loaf, okay? But I went a little smaller because I'm going to freeze one. So I'm going to put this in the oven. Now, in a big pan, it is going to, in a big pan, you would go 50 to 55 minutes, okay? In these little ones, it's probably only going to take 35 to 40. So I'll go ahead and put them in there. And when they're done, I'll bring you back. All right. Make sure my mic's on because I usually don't turn it on and I lose half my video. Okay. So what I did was, after I turned off the camera, I went ahead, I had some zucchini left, and I went ahead and made a zucchini bread, 2 of them, just like the other 2, with using all of the alternative sugar, no granulated sugar, so I could do a comparison, okay? So, we're going to just try, because I haven't had it either way. When I fix zucchini bread, it's the old-fashioned way, and it's all sugar, all oil, all egg, all in or nothing, okay? I mean, it's just, and it's good zucchini bread. So, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I went ahead and did it that way because I'm going to gift these with no sugar because I know someone that is, she can't have sugar. So I'm going to gift those to her, or that one. I'm going to eat off this one. And so I marked my plates so I would know what was what. And I'm going to put this to the side. That's no sugar, no sugar, half sugar, half sugar. Okay. That's just how I marked them. So this one is the one I made on camera. It's got half granulated sugar and half stevia in the raw. That's what I used. Okay, we're going to try it. That's good. I did slather it with butter, y'all. I know. I like my butter, and I did. And it's hot, so it's probably going to fall apart because it's hot. Let's taste it. That is amazing. Well, that's got half sugar. It's got a fourth of a cup of sugar in these 2, and a fourth of a cup of that stevia in the raw. That is good. Now we're going to taste this one. I better put this one on the side here. That one's good. This is a winner so far. This one, it's all stevia. And I didn't really notice the difference in how it rose. This little one's a little higher than this one, but I think it's because I had a little more. I put a little more in this one than I did this one. Okay, let's try it. And I know you're like, well, you're not eating the ends probably. I do eat the ends as long as I have a big glass of milk. And I don't. I'm over here at the bread shed, so I do not have any milk. So I'm not eating the ends right now. Let me get a drink and get that other taste out of my mouth. I'm so thirsty. Okay. It's got this same, pretty much the same texture. Here we go. It's not as sweet. That's the only difference. It's not as sweet as that. It's the same texture. I just wonder if you put like maybe another quarter cup of this I did put 2 quarters, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. I know I did. I know I did. So maybe put another quarter. So instead of a half of a cup of this, put 3/4 maybe? Would that be another quarter? Mm-hmm. 3/4 of a cup of this. And I don't think it would mess with the texture or anything either. But this is edible. This is good. It's just not as sweet as that. That's sweet. I mean, for just having a quarter cup of granulated sugar, that is sweet. So it's your call. Do you want it with a little bit of granulated sugar and it be sweet? Or you can try it. I thought I could do this for you and I'd be like, oh, this is great too. And it is good. It's just not sweet. So it would be your call. But when I read the back of this, it says for best baking results, replace just half the sugar that's called for in cakes, breads, blah, 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 cookies, brownies, all that. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the key. I mean, maybe that's the key. But this is good and it's got some sweetness. It's just not as sweet. So if I was diabetic, or I am borderline diabetic, I would probably, I don't know what I would do. Um, because this is good. Hmm, interesting. I don't know. This this one, if you were a coffee drinker, which I'm not, but I do like hot tea or even a glass of milk. It would be good with that. This I could sit and eat this whole thing. Why? Because of that sweetness, that sugar. It says sugar. That sugar's addicting. So it's really not that much more sugar. Y'all, I could do either one. This one stays together a little. This one kind of, they're pretty much the same texture, but I don't know. I'm sorry. They're both good. They're both good. They're both a winner. Just depends on how sweet you want it, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna gift that one. I think she'll be just thrilled with it. And we'll have to go ahead and eat these, and we're gonna eat this one. I'm gonna leave this one out for the weekend. I might leave one of these out for the grandkids. They're coming over tonight. They just called me, and they're gonna come stay with us. And that way I'll have something sweet for them too. Maybe give them the sweet, and we'll eat the not so sweet. I don't know. Y'all have a blessed day, and Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next video.